Hello, good afternoon. As usual, we used to study child development and psychology. Now, the fact is that you all must try to understand what is psychology and what is development. So, these are the two interrelated concepts. So, today I'm going to discuss with you 30 or 26 questions. There is no 30, sorry, I mean 26 questions. 20 questions are based on chapter exercises, and the rest of it is previous year questions. So listen carefully, don't skip it, otherwise you are going to lose a vital element. That is all the MCQs, what I used to mean here. Now let's start. Now, the thing we have heard about development is development occurs in human beings. It is how? It is the answer will be throughout the life. Moving on to the meaning of development is it's a series of changes as a result of maturation and experience. Which of the following statements is not correct about development? Development is not aided by stimulation. Which of the following characteristics of development is an incorrect one? Development is the result of coincidences. Which of the following statements about development is correct? The answer will be all of this. Now, what are this all of this I am speaking? The rate of development differs from individual to individual. There are individual differences. One individual is good at studies, one may not be good in studies. The rate of development differs at every stage in individual. Somebody is growing, you know, somebody is growing very fast and somebody is growing very slow. That's the difference. Development is a continuous process. Development is a continuous process. It's a never-ending process. So these are the things which comes under all of the above options. Now, cognitive. Cognitive, what do you understand by the term cognitive? Cognitive development means knowing aspect, something related to knowing part. So, cognitive development means development of intelligence. Under which of the following conditions does the emotional and social development of the child occur in a positive manner? When the child is considered as important and his feelings are respected. When the child is considered as important and his feelings are respected. So, there we can say that condition of emotional and social development of child takes place in a positive manner. Language development of children depends on better socioeconomic development, better schooling, freedom of expression given to the child. Unless and until these three factors occur properly, there won't be anything of language development of children which depends on these factors. If it gets fragmented, then there will be no chances. So all of the above option is the correct one. Factors influencing emotional development are physical health, mental abilities, fatigue, all of this. What is the meaning of growth? Change related to measurement. Which statement about growth is correct? Sharp growth rate is seen at the time of spurts in height. Retarded physical development retards social development too. The rate of growth during infancy and pre-adolescence is very high. So all of the factors which depends on which statement about growth is correct. So these are the factors which has to be, diagonized properly, otherwise there won't be any growth. So all of the above is the correct option. Moving on to the next one, the feeling of shame and pride develops in which stage? It's childhood stage. Because many boys and girls that don't have their, what I would say, that if you give them some sort of works to do, then they are, very shy type. They feel shame and pride develops a little bit slower. What I would say here, shame comes first of all. So it occurs in childhood stage. The major differences about the concept of development between Anderson and Elizabeth Hurlock is that Anderson considered it as growth and behavioral changes, growth and changes relating to maturity. So two things are present. Anderson considers it as growth and behavioral changes, whereas Elizabeth Hurlock says growth and changes relating to maturity. Growth, when it takes place along with behavioral changes. Behavior of an individual matters here. Whereas moving on to Elizabeth Hurlock, she mentions, not he, sorry, she mentions growth and changes relating to maturity, it will be. Now, coming to question number 14 is which one of the following is not difference between growth and development? Development enables growth, but growth does not enable development. Development can enable growth, but growth does not enable development. Growth and development are interrelated. Both are. Like this is growth, this is development. Both are interrelated. Which of the following is not a matter relating to development to learning? Both learning and development are reversible processes. Both learning and development are reversible processes. Learning is the modification of behavior through experience and training. It was mentioned by E.A. Gates. And what is development? It's a progressive series of changes, and it's just like the reversible process. While learning takes place, development won't take place quickly, but it will take place steadily. The difficult age of development is teenage. Teenage is the most difficult period of human life. Adolescents get pleasure in the company of their friends by examining the body structure and physique, the company of the opposite sex. So all of the above will be the correct one. The most appropriate meaning of learning is modification of behavior. Just a few seconds ago, I told that learning is the modification of behavior through experience and training. E.A. Gates mentioned it. Learning is a change in behavior, the result of experience or practice, relatively permanent change in behavior. Which of the following is indicative of learning through development? Both 1 and 2. Recognizing symbols, numbers, and other things, forming logical assumptions for a situation. Sometimes children are unable to recognize symbols, numbers, and other things. While forming logical assumptions, they fail in different sort of situations. So these are the 20 questions that I have discussed right now. And moving on to the previous year questions, what is given here in CTET, let's discuss. Which of the following statements cannot be considered as a feature of learning? Study of behavior in learning. Study of behavior is learning. Now listen carefully. Which of the following statements, ये जो स्टेटमेंट्स बताया गया है इनमें से क्या हम कौन से चीज़ को कंसिडर नहीं कर पाएंगे एज अ फ्यूचर ऑफ लर्निंग को, तो वो होंगे स्टडी ऑफ बिहेवियर इज लर्निंग. Human development is based on certain principles. Which of the following is not a principle of human development? It's reversible. Development starts from prenatal stage. Which one of the following statements best sums up the relationship between development and learning? Learning and development are interrelated in a complex manner. Learning and development are interrelated in a complex manner. Which of the following statements about development is correct? Development occurs at a different rate among different individuals. ध्यान से सुनिए इसमें. Which of the following statements about development is correct? Development occurs at a different rate among different individuals. Which of the following statements about principles of development is incorrect? यहाँ पर बताया गया है कि इनमें से कौन से जो स्टेटमेंट है प्रिंसिपल ऑफ डेवलपमेंट के जो सही नहीं है. ध्यान दीजिएगा इसमें. डेवलपमेंट इज क्वांटिटेटिव प्रोसेस विच कैन बी मेजर्ड प्रिसाइसली. डेवलपमेंट एक ऐसी मतलब क्वांटिटी प्रोसेस बताया गया है क्वांटिटेटिव जो हम माप सकते हैं. जैसे विच कैन बी मेजर्ड प्रिसाइसली शॉर्टली, हाँ, जिसे हम मेज़र कर पाएंगे. सो दैट्स ऑल. थैंक यू फॉर टुडे. अगर सेशन अच्छा लगा है तो लाइक शेयर और सब्सक्राइब ज़रूर कर दीजिए. थैंक्स.